Hey guys, how you doing? This is Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm doing this video on Blueberry Medicals Corp, BBM in Canada, BBRRF in America, and I want to give a shout out to Neurosis, who's been on top of me consistently saying, Rich, look at Blueberry Medicals, Rich, look at Blueberry Medicals, Rich, Blueberry Medicals, Rich. So this is his pick, but I'm looking at it and I find it quite intriguing. I'm going to show you why. First of all, when you look at the chart and you mark the 52-week high, we see a 52-week high in March of this year at 81 cents. Okay? We see 2.3 million shares at 81 cents and a stock that has obviously exploded up. And then we look all the way here and we can see the low for the last year is 26 cents. We are currently at 27 cents. So just strictly looking at the chart, in my opinion, Blueberry Medicals Corp may be finding a bottom. Now, I do a little bit more research, and obviously this research is all on www.richtvlive.com. You can find all this information there. So I do a little bit more digging. Start doing a little bit more digging. I want to learn more, right? So how do you do that? You research. Start reading the news. Blueberry Medicals makes significant advances towards commercial production and provides operational and corporate update. Okay, let's take a look at that. Let's click on that. Now, the one thing, how you guys doing today? How you doing, LL? How you doing, Seth? How you doing, Danny Boy? And how you doing, Gus? I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why I feel like this company isn't doing well is its revenue and its financials. I looked at its revenue and its financials and it looked pretty weak. I'm going to be quite honest with you. But I'm trying to look past that and I'm trying to look into the future. I'm trying to predict the future here. So let's just read some of this information. Blueberry Medical makes significant advances towards commercial production and provides operational and corporate update. Blueberry Medical Corp, BBM in Canada, and BBRRF in America, 10A in Frankfurt, Germany. So they're in all the major markets. How you doing, Scott? A leading Latin American licensed producer of medical cannabis and cannabis-derived products is pleased to provide investors with the following update on the company's significant recent operational achievements and upcoming milestones. This looks to me like it's going to be a great acquisition target. They are working on the Latin American market, specifically markets like Colombia. And I love that market. And I'm going to read you guys more that really caught my attention. Highlights of operational achievements. Expansion of cultivation facilities, newly constructed open-air greenhouses, completed and fully operational, increasing initial production capacity by approximately 40% to 150,000 square feet, upgrade to facilities infrastructure, including irrigation and electrical systems, water reservoirs, and propagation facility also completed. Extensive cultivation underway and scaling up. Cannabis crops are currently growing in over 50,000 square feet of open-air greenhouses at the Guatavitia property, harvesting now underway along with an additional planting in newly constructed greenhouses. Yield performance to date has been in line with expectations. Extraction. Customized extraction line with capacity to process up to 75,000 kgs a year of dried flower, currently undergoing specializations and customization to meet EU GMP standards. Strategic partnerships. This is where I start to think it's getting interesting. Announced several strategic partnerships, including an agreement with SLANG Worldwide, SLNG in Canada, announced on July 11, 2019, to license their extensive portfolio of CPG consumer packaged goods products and leverage SLANG's industry-leading know-how and intellectual property to process and formulate cannabis products in Colombia, which I mentioned to you, and Argentina. A distribution agreement announced on February 14, 2019 with El Manantial, a local medical center network, and European distribution agreement announced on June 5th, 2019. Approval of cosmetic products, finalized formulation, branding, and packaging for Blueberries approved CBD cosmetic lines, pilot manufacturing currently underway at production laboratory. Management enhancement added significant cannabis pharmaceutical and marketing expertise through key management hires, including Dr. Patricio Stocker, Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Eduardo Molinari, Chief Marketing Officer, and Mr. Ian Atakan, Chief Financial Officer. Figure 1, cultivation at Guatavita. Figure 2, propagation greenhouse. Figure 3, crops at Guatavita and upcoming 2019 milestones. So let's take a look at some of the milestones that are upcoming. And thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for joining. How you doing, Alex? Alex says, hey, Rich, I got some blueberries and glad you're doing a video on them. I would be extremely grateful if you would talk to us about PCRNF and IGNG. I brought PCRNF after I saw you talk about them. Scott L says, bought 2,000 shares Zenabis on Friday at 112 US, average down from 124 US. What a bargain. Drew D says, Xena is definitely on sale. Buy low, sell high. Absolutely. You guys know the game. You guys are getting good at the game. You guys are mastering this game. And you guys are speaking just like me. LL says, N-Wave, I know you did a video on them a month ago. Full alert, NWVCF in USA. And N-Wave is working with Aurora, which everybody knows is one of the biggest and the best companies in the world. So let's talk about upcoming 2019 milestones. Continued expansion of cultivation facilities, additional open-air greenhouses currently under construction to bring the company's total cultivation area in Colombia to approximately 5 hectares, 530,000 square feet. Extraction facility, continued enhancement and commissioning of extraction processing equipment for commercial rollout of extracted oils and products. Argentina, commencement of the pilot project, which includes the preparation and cultivation of cannabis on a 107,000 square foot, 1 hectare area on public lands provided by state-owned entity and JV partner Canava. Cosmetic products, commercial launch of Blueberry CBD cosmetics products in Colombia. Further expansion of distribution network, formalizing additional international distribution relationships with Latin America and globally to bring blueberries, extracts, oils, and other products to market. Innovative products, initial testing of cannabis-infused beer formulations, and development of other unique products. The progress made by the Blueberries team in the short time since our public listing has been truly remarkable and a great source of pride for everyone involved. We are quickly and efficiently building out and scaling our facilities, putting infrastructure in place to move into high-margin extracts and products, and forging strategic relationships to leverage industry expertise and bring our products to international markets, said Dr. Patricio Stocker, Chief Executive Officer. This is an exciting time for the industry and our company as the market and regulations to continue to evolve rapidly both in Latin America and globally. We will continue to drive toward our future milestone with the goal of generating significant value for our shareholders. Now, some of the stuff that really caught my attention is the sheer size and growth potential of Blueberry. I think that this company has enormous upside, and that's why I wanted to bring it to your attention. And I had to because Neurosis kept pounding away, saying, Rich, you got to talk about these guys. Rich, they're going to be a giant. Rich, blueberries. Now, looking at their chart, the business high is 81 cents, currently at 27. I mean, just from the chart alone, it looks like they're nearing a bottom. So that looks interesting. But they need revenue, folks. This is something I really need to remind people of. These companies are starting to grow their sales, but they still are not making any real, true profit. This is why you don't see any real fund managers in Canada investing in the sector. And until you actually see companies start generating profit, I don't believe you will see the big money get into this sector, which means there's this opportunity for us to get in first before the big money flushes into the sector, because it will. And when it does, it'll be epic. So let's talk about the agricultural operations. Blueberry currently has 1.4 hectares, 150,000 square feet of open air greenhouses built and fully operational, with construction of additional greenhouses underway to increase the company's cultivation footprint to approximately 5 hectares, 530,000 square feet in Colombia by the end of 2019. By 2022, the company intends to further expand its cultivation footprint to approximately 48 hectares, 5.2 million square feet. That's right. By the end of 2019, by 2022, the company intends to further expand its cultivation footprint to approximately 48 hectares, 5.2 million square feet, folks. And this stock's at 27 cents. The lowest it's ever been is 26 cents of cultivation capacity through company-owned operations in Colombia and its joint venture operations in Argentina. The company also intends to further increase its cultivation capacity through leveraging local contract growers in Colombia and additional available land in Argentina, for which negotiations are currently underway. EU GMP processing and extraction facilities. Initial extraction line with capacity to process up to 75,000 kgs a year of dried flower is currently undergoing specializations to meet EU GMP standards. The company is also advancing the process of commissioning an EU GMP compliant facility in an ideal industrial area with capacity to scale up its extraction, processing, and manufacturing capabilities. Argentinian pilot plant project. Blueberries' participation in the joint venture agreement with Canava Cannabis Avatera SE, a state-owned Argentinian company, was executed in July 2019. Under the agreement, Blueberry gains rights to cannabis licenses in Argentina, one of very few such agreements currently in place to supply cannabis products to the Argentinian population exceeding 44 million people. That's a lot bigger than Canada, folks. That's an extra 50% bigger than Canada. It also expands the company's production footprint internationally and may provide additional export opportunities to other countries with evolving cannabis regulations. The first phase of the joint venture will be a pilot cultivation program, the pilot project, consisting of the preparation and cultivation of cannabis on a 107,000 square foot, 1 hectare area on public lands provided by Canavera, with the goal of potentially producing 4 million grams, 4,000 kgs of dry cannabis flower. This pilot project will also evaluate and characterize the genetics that are ideal for the climate conditions of Jujuy province and document the proposed operating procedures, technical processes, strains, and products that the joint venture is seeking to produce. The company is currently in the final stages of preparing the proposed pilot cultivation program for Canava's approval and processing of the application for the permits, with the goal of completing the pilot cultivation program by May 2020. Upon successful execution of the pilot cultivation program, the parties expect to commence the commercial production phase of the project. This is very exciting for Blueberries. I think this could be huge. See some of your guys' messages. Thank you guys for telling everyone to smash the like button. LL says, going to use your words, think they are better plays, but I always appreciate your info. No disrespect, just my opinion. I think that their revenue is not very good. Their balance sheet isn't very good. But when you look at their chart, they look like they are near the bottom. And when you look at their growth potential, I think it could be astronomical. So when you look at companies that are undervalued, underappreciated, and underexposed, this could very well be one of those companies. And when you look at the Latin American market and you look at Colombia, it's one of those markets that has so much potential. It's the type of environment where growing is going to be very, very exciting because they've got the right climate to grow. Colombia, Blueberries is currently in advanced discussions with distributors possessing existing relationships with leading Colombian end product wholesalers and retailers in appropriate health and wellness and related verticals. Blueberries anticipates having the first pilot batch of CBD products launched in Q3 2019. The company expects to confirm at least one such relationship in Q3 2019 in parallel with certified production facilities coming on stream with commencement of product distribution and related revenues generated early 2020. Now let's talk about international. Blueberries and SLANG Worldwide entered into an MOU, which is a memorandum of understanding, to develop a strategic partnership through which Blueberries may license SLANG's extensive portfolio of renowned cannabis brands and leverage SLANG's industry-leading know-how and intellectual property to process and formulate cannabis products in Colombia and Argentina. Blueberries has also entered into an agreement to become a strategic supplier of medical cannabis products to Cannurus UG for the sale and distribution of cannabis products in Germany, with the potential for expansion into Australia, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. Do you see the international expansion opportunities of this 27-cent stock? I'm not sure you guys are really listening. I mean, this could be freaking huge, guys. And the reason why I like to bring stocks like this to you guys is I want to bring them to you guys first. I really kind of like to bring you guys these companies first. I kind of get a rush out of it. And I think this one is going to be big. Blueberries is actively advancing discussions regarding distribution agreements with major partners in target markets in both Europe and South America, each of whom possess strong in-market relationships and capacities appropriate to market needs. In these markets, relationships are focused on effective market strategies of selling medicinal-grade cannabis extracts at scale through established distributors directly to end product manufacturers for market distribution. Blueberries expects to enter into at least 2 additional relationships during 2019 with commencement of product distribution and revenues by Q1 2020. So they're talking about revenues in the first quarter of 2020. I told you the revenues are nowhere to be seen right now, but that's because they are just getting started. So if you're looking to get into something that's early stage, that has huge growth potential, and is priced right, Blueberry Medicals might be that company. I'd love to know what you guys think about this. Comment down below, smash the like button, share the video everywhere, and remember, if you win and I win, we all win. So let's win, baby. Strategic additions to strengthen Blueberry's executive team. Now I want to make something clear. I tell you guys all the time, invest in the best is blessed. But before every one of these companies become the best, they all have to start somewhere. So when I say to you guys, yeah, I'm investing in bigger stocks, I'm not investing in the penny stocks. I told you guys last week about High Tide. It went from 27 cents to 42 cents. Just because I'm saying invest in the best is blessed, it doesn't mean that some of these smaller companies can't succeed. And it doesn't mean that some of these smaller companies won't succeed. It means they might be more risky. It means that they might be more volatile. But some of these will succeed, and some of these will be enormous, and some of these will be explosive opportunities. So you don't want to just completely close your eyes to everything that's out there. You want to educate yourself. You want to be aware of what's going on out there, just in case a company like this starts running to $1. If you get a chance to get into a stock like this and it runs to $1, we're talking about 300% upside for you as an investor. It'd be silly not to at least look. It'd be silly not at least to look, okay? In the second quarter of 2019, Blueberry's management team was further strengthened by Mr. Eduardo Molinari joining the company as Chief Marketing Officer and Mr. Ian Atakan as Chief Financial Officer, in addition to CEO Dr. Patricio Stocker. So they're building their board. In March 2019, Blueberries reported a significant addition to its team with the appointment of Dr. Patricio Stocker as its CEO. Dr. Stocker is an accomplished executive with extensive international experience, having served as Pharmacello's PCLO, another company I like, chairman, director, and CEO from 2015 to 2018. During his tenure at Pharmacello CEO, Dr. Stocker played a key role in the development of corporate strategies, the formulation of strategic relationships, the cannabis licensing process, and the capital raising initiatives. Seems like an amazing acquisition here, guys. Take a look at where Pharmacello's trading and what they've done, and think about where Blueberries is, and I think these guys are just getting started, and this might be the bottom. And I love hunting bottoms. I absolutely love hunting bottoms, which I think we do best. We got about 2.5 years of hunting bottoms. We've pretty much picked every one of these winners, and we're going to continue to. And I just thought, based on their chart, based on their news, based on their growth potential, based on their international relationships, based on their CEO, I just think these guys are going higher. I will not be shocked when I see these guys go to $1. And I said when. Did you hear that? I said when. I like their share structure, only 100 million shares. Looks good to me. I'll go through that shortly. I'm almost done here. Okay. At Pharmacello, Dr. Stocker was actively involved in the development of the company's Colombian operations and helped his team establish a scalable and competitive cultivation and oil production strategy. This is a man that knows Colombia. In April 2019, the company announced the appointment of Eduardo Molinari, a former executive of Abbott Laboratories ABT and AbbVie Limited ABBV, as its chief marketing officer. Mr. Molinari leads the development and implementation of the company's marketing strategies, directing these initiatives in Argentina, Colombia, and globally. Mr. Molinari has more than 25 years of experience in the pharmaceutical industry, having led executive leadership positions in countries across Latin America, most recently Vice President, Region North, Latin America of AbbVie until December 2018. His business expertise is combined with deep experience in R&D, research and development, both in academia at Northwestern University Medical School and in the pharmaceutical industry. In June 2019, Blueberries announced the appointment of new CFO, Mr. Ian Atakan, CPA, CMA, and former CFO at Natura Naturals Inc., acquired by Tilray Inc. on the NASDAQ TLRY. Mr. Atakan has extensive experience in national and international public companies, mainly in business strategy, development, valuations, and M&A, mergers and acquisitions, debt and equity financing, divestitures and investment transactions, financial modeling, project management, competitive analysis, and development strategic investment recommendations. Mr. Atakan was previously the CFO of Global Atomic Corporation, formerly Silvermet Inc., TSX GLO. Mr. Atakan is a chartered professional accountant, CPA, CMA, MBA, London, UK, an electrical and electronics engineer. Mr. Atakan began his career working for Procter & Gamble. About Blueberry Medicals Corp. Blueberries is a Latin American licensed producer of naturally grown premium quality cannabis, with its primary operations ideally located in the Bogota savanna of central Colombia and operations currently being established in Argentina. The company is led by a specialized team with proprietary expertise in agriculture, genetics, extraction, medicine, pharmacology, and marketing. Blueberries is fully licensed for the cultivation, production, domestic distribution, and international export of CBD and THC-based medical cannabis in Colombia. Blueberries' combination of leading scientific expertise, agricultural advantages, and distribution arrangements has positioned the company to become a leading international supplier of the naturally grown, processed, and standardized medical-grade cannabis oil extracts and related products. So that's a mouthful, but that is the corporate update that I thought I would just read to you guys. And you can find all of this on richtvlive.com. And let's take a look at... So on July the 4th, they announced DTC eligibility in America. I think that is huge. The symbol in America is BBRRF. So, I mean, they are ready to go in America. And look at this. On July the 2nd, Blueberry executes definitive agreement to acquire cannabis cultivation, processing, and manufacturing rights for 3.2 million square foot property in Argentina. So as you can see, they've got some huge opportunities here, and they're at 27 cents in Canada. That's right, 27 cents in Canada. And I like their share structure, only 107 million shares issued and outstanding. They've got a tight share structure. They've got enormous growth potential. The only thing we are lacking here is revenue. But we're in a sector where everybody's lacking in revenue. So it's not like they're the only ones. Yeah, there's sales. Some companies have sales. But who actually is showing a profit? Very few. Pretty much close to nobody is showing a profit. So a lot of these companies are all kind of in the early stages. I think Blueberry Medical Corp is also in the early stages. I think that these guys have a lot of upside. I think these guys have a lot of potential. I just wanted to bring it to you guys first. I might bring you guys more information on this company. I'm going to start to really watch them. I might even buy 10,000 shares because I think it's really cheap and just hold it. You know, if I can buy 10,000 shares at 27 cents and this goes to $1 or it even goes back to 80 cents. Let's look at their 1 year chart. Look, it was at 80 cents, okay? So let's just say this baby goes back to 80 cents and I pick it up, 10,000 shares at 27 cents. That's a nice return. You know, on a $2,700 investment, if it goes back to 80 cents and it's worth $8,000, you're making $5,300. I like those plays. So I like this company. Want to know what you guys think. If you like this, smash the like button, comment down below, share this video everywhere. This is your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, bringing you Blueberries Medical Corp, BBM in Canada, BBRRF in America. Undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed, could become a long-term giant. Love the fact that they're in the South American market, focusing on Colombia and Argentina. Love the fact that they've got only 100 million shares. Love the fact they've got a great management team. I think this goes higher. Thank you, Neurosis, for forcing me to look into these guys further. I actually agree with you. I think these guys have enormous upside. I'm going to watch them carefully. Do not be surprised if you see Blueberry Medical Corp explode. If you're not winning, you're probably not watching. We bring in winners and we bring them to you first. This is Rich from Rich TV Live. Blueberries Medical Corp. I'm out. Peace.